Well, my name is Chris Moberley, and my position with Hark Up is number one, a friend of Chris Hansen for about 20 years now, and I've started playing organ with him in about, I think it was about 2000, 1999 or 2000. And from the minute I walked in the door, we've been friends, and that's what I've been doing, is playing organ, B3. I started playing organ when I was a little kid. Bought my first organ when I was still in high school. Yeah, and I grew up playing, started out playing rock and roll, and after a very short time, around when I was probably 17 years old, I fell in with a guitar player that had come to Kalamazoo, Michigan from Chicago, who was a staff guitarist with Chess Records when they were in Chicago, and he took me under his wing. He ran a recording studio in Kalamazoo, and him and I started working together, and he pointed me in the direction of jazz. I learned how to play jazz by listening to the old black fellas that were playing organ that had come out of the black church, and they were playing secular music, but they had come, their roots were in the black church. So I learned how to play listening to them play jazz. Always wanted an opportunity to take it back to church, and I got to do that when I met Chris Hansen. I was about 40 years old. Yeah, I walked in the door at Hansen's church and started to bring those jazz chops to the gospel thing, and it all fits together really well. When I was a kid still in junior high school, the early rock bands were all using Hammond organs. Pretty soon, I mean, they were competing. The Japanese came in right away. We're competing with, primitive keyboards. But I always loved the sound of those Hammonds, and I remember as a junior high school kid going to like the roller skating rink in Kalamazoo, and they would play all the current rock and roll music of the time, and I didn't even know what made that sound yet. But I found out as soon as I could. It was a B3 and a Leslie. And to this day, everybody on the planet has tried to copy that sound, and nobody has done it successfully. They're awful close, but there's nothing like a real B3 and a Leslie.